The formal start of electioneering in Croatia kicked off on Monday. So amid political posturing and the headwinds emanating from the country's largest trade partners, how is the Croatian economy coping? I'm joined by Splitska banka's chief economist to find out his insights. Dr. Šantić, the European Union's newest member, has lost 12% of its GDP since 2008, the second biggest contraction after Greece. So far, Manufacturing Day has brought bad news from the bloc. Could this intensify an already bad situation for Croatia? Are there any glimmers of hope for this economy?
For some time, it's clear that Croatia is one of the worst-hit economies in Europe by World financial crisis. This is mostly due to the deep structural problems and the fact that we still have a high significance of the public sector on the overall economic activity. Furthermore, we are facing now with low competitiveness, and it's hard to implement reforms in the difficult time of recession. Regarding the currently external environment and international markets, we have to be aware that due to the fact that Croatia is perceived as one of the riskiest economy due to unfavorable trends in the public finance, we can now benefit more from still problematic recovery in Europe and definitely monetary stimulus provided by European Central Bank than due to some higher export potential. We have to be aware that right now we have quite high fiscal risks, and that's due to the ECB measures. Now we still can refinance our debts quite cheaply, but regarding the potential for export growth, we have to be aware that if we look the share of merchandise exports to the GDP, we have one of the lowest share in the whole CE region, that is approximately around 20% of GDP.
Croatia recorded a trade deficit of more than 3,986 million kuna in October of 2014. Following the announcement of planned cuts, the PM recently said, "This budget draft is realistic and responsible. We save where we can, but there won't be further cuts in pensions and wages." Now, next year is another election year. Do you believe these goals can be achieved?
We have to be aware that in the election year, because we are expecting the parliament elections in December next year, it's hard to implement some, let's say, unpopular budget cuts and also to make significant changes in the expenditure size. However, we have to be aware that some long-term effects of fiscal consolidation can only be expected if you tackle the main expenditures, and this is mostly the healthcare system. This is mostly the public sector, where we need reform not just to make it cheaper, but also to remove some of administrative barriers that are having negative impact on the level of investments and the overall economic activity. Also, we have to be aware that if we do not tackle these key issues that are also recognized by the European Commission, it will be hard to just to control and to slow down the growth of the public debt. That will most likely reach 90% of GDP threshold by the end of 2016 if nothing is changed.
We have a busy few weeks ahead with the central bank meeting on December 17th, coinciding with the ongoing election fever. The date set for December 28th. Now, against this backdrop, how do you see the kuna trading in the meantime?
Regarding the domestic FX market, the main thing to focus on is the euro-kuna exchange rate. We have to be aware that kuna is one of the most stable currencies in the region for the years now, and we expect to see the trading in a narrow range, 7.65 to 7.7 kuna per euro level by the end of this year. Also, we have lately we had issuance of the government bond that will definitely impact in the short term the liquidity on domestic financial market and also have some temporary influence on the domestic FX rate. However, we believe that stable kuna will continue throughout upcoming quarters, and we do not expect any significant need for the central bank to intervene in order to preserve the stability of domestic currency.
Dr. Šantić, thank you so much for your time. Well, that's all from me for the moment. For more currency outlooks, click back for today's forecast with Sinead McLaughlin. Goodbye for now.